Hey guys, this is Cree. Welcome back to the right side of 50. Hope everyone's well. Coming out here, getting ready to do my weekend running around. Came out kind of late again today, so I'm working on that. I've been up since this morning, and for some reason, it's just hard for me to come on out and get started because I'm so comfortable in the house. I did get up and, start my stretching and, a little bit of exercise. Not a whole lot, just because at this point I was looking at the time, hoping that I would have been out here by now. But I just want to do a recap with the physical part of trying to be better fit. So I mentioned it that in the last video or two, I was just talking about trying to take charge of my health, my physical health, so that I would be on the right track with my mental. So they play a part. They both work together, you guys. I'm sure many of you already know that. So you can't really have one without the other. They go together. So I have I put the trampoline together last weekend, I think it was last week. Yeah. So I have been trying it. I have been working on it. Every day. I think I skipped 2 days and then I went back. So right now it's low impact. It's just simple, I would say warm-ups, because I have to get into it. So I don't want to overdo anything, considering that I know I'm out of shape. I am. I can feel it, especially when you pick up a few extra pounds. You always can feel it. So what I've been doing is just kind of like a trial. I've been getting on the trampoline. I started out with just a few minutes. So what I've been doing is just slowly trying to get it where I can increase maybe 5 minutes each time. So what I was going to do is, actually the third time I did the increase, it ended up, I stayed there. So I'll be honest, you guys, I haven't been on the trampoline any more than 15 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. It is a workout, trust me. I try to get the most out of it. I start with the jumping a little bit like this, and then, start getting a little bit more impact so that I can come up a little higher. Just, what I've always been taught is, that you're making a difference when you can create, obviously, a bit of a sweat and your heart, pumping. Okay, because that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to give your heart a workout. Obviously, you don't want to overexert yourself. For people who are definitely in shape, 15 minutes, it's nothing to them. But for me, I know what my limits are, and I'm, just taking my time with it. Getting my body used to it so that I can start, so I can get to the 30 minutes, and then even more as time goes, 45 minutes, or, 30 minutes, rest, then later on in the day, maybe do another 30 minutes. I'm just thinking of my typical, how my day normally works, Monday through Friday. Weekends are going to be a little different. I have a little more time to play with it. So, we'll see how that works. But I just want to let you guys know I am working on it. I'll probably try to get a video in just a couple minutes so you can just see and get an idea of how I do it or what I'm doing. And then, hopefully that could be motivation for somebody else who, is trying to, grab hold of their health. So definitely I was thinking about my weight goal, and ideally right now for me, obviously 10 pounds and then increase to another 10 pounds to another 10 pounds. So I want to do it slow, just because I know how my body works and what I can handle. I tried, like I said, my diet. If I've mentioned it before, I'm very light in the morning. If I have a meal that's a little heavier, I try to do it in the middle of the day. So that way when evening comes, if I'm going to eat something after 5, I try to make it light. Does it always happen? No. Because especially the weekend, like now, if I'm going to treat myself or eat something a little whatever naughty, then it'll probably be now, because I'm running around. So haven't quite made up my mind. I'm getting ready to go to a store out here. It's it's a foreign store. It's called H Mart. It's in Mesa. So it very, very big. Predominantly they have Asian stuff, but they also have other cultures of food there. They have a huge, amazing produce section, and they have a huge seafood and meat section. The seafood section is huge. The meat is too, but I don't know, the way they have everything laid out and so organized. I mean, it's really good. It's a good marketing tool for them. So it's presentable. It's very pleasing to the eye. Everything looks really fresh, so that's definitely what you want. So if anybody out here is in Arizona and you guys are in the Phoenix metro area and you're looking for a large variety of meat and things like that, H Mart is a very good option, and they're reasonable too. Most important, especially in this day and age, they're very reasonable. Now, honestly, I've only been there once, and my son and I, we ran in there. Can't remember what we ran in there for, but they also have a food court. That's what they have. They have a food court in there. So they have, most of it is Asian affluent or Asian based. They have a pastry shop in there as well. I think that's French based, but most of the food there is some sort of Asian influence. And they may have some regular, just all around American restaurant or two in that food court. I can't remember, but they're literally like door to door to door to door. So my son and I, we had some, I want to say some type of Korean wings. It was some type of wing, I can't remember, but they actually were very good. I took those to go, and that was just something on the side. So I did enjoy that. But anyway, so if you guys are out here, check that out. But other than that, for the most part, I'm still getting my routine down. But it it's fun. The trampoline is a bit fun. Turn your music on. I mean, if you have a TV and you want to watch something, that may be distracting, I'm thinking, because you're bouncing. So if you're going up and down, you may not be able to watch anything. I usually watch my laptop when I'm when I have free time. But as far as the trampoline, it's just music in my ear. I set the timer because I've been doing it while on like my lunch break or something like that. So I've been doing it in between when I was at work. But other than that, it's working out. It is kind of fun. I'm just trying to do it so that I don't get burnt out with it, because that's how we do. We get in some type of going to the gym, doing whatever, and then we find ourselves getting burnt out, and then we don't want to go back and all that. So I don't want to do that, because right now I'm at that age that I really don't have a choice. I mean, it's not like I'm 23 and I'm just trying to kick 5 pounds off or something like that. No, this is one of those things that I'd like to get down right now. If I could really get down to 240, that would be great. And then maybe even if I'm really pushing, another 10 pounds to 230. But I don't know. When I get around that point 240, then we can talk. We'll revisit. We'll revisit actually when I get down 10 pounds, and then I'll probably keep revisiting this conversation every 10 pounds. So that's the hope. That's the idea. Like I said, I'm not trying to lose 100 pounds, which I'm sure some doctor could say I could stand to lose that. I don't know. Anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. I'm not trying to lose that much weight. I'm trying to probably lose no more than half of that. So 50 pounds is pushing it for me, because that would be very tremendous. That would probably take me, if I was going to go that far, it probably would take me a year to do it, because like I said, I'm trying to do it slowly. I don't want to do anything fast. I've never been big with fast cures as far as like pills or liquids and things like that. Now, I have had some influences as far as I can remember losing 30 pounds one time when I was drinking some sort of protein shake. I think that's what it was. Now, I think the instruction was like 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and then, a sensible dinner in the evening. Working from home, that's actually pretty easy to do, but I wasn't even weighing myself. I wasn't looking around on that level. It's just the actual shake was really good. So the fact that it was really good, I was able to drink it all the time. I would blend it in the morning. I'd throw some, it was some type of, something I got from the vitamin shop. It was a special, it wasn't just vanilla. It was, could have been French vanilla. It was some sort of vanilla. I can't remember. And I would just add banana to it. Every now and then blueberries, but blueberries are hard to wash out the seeds. Something with blueberry, they're just hard to wash out. But banana, I always had a banana in it every morning. I would blend it. And, I only did it one time in the morning. And then what I would do is, so when I was going to work then, I would have, like make a sandwich and whatever else. So what I would do is I would just cut the sandwich in half, which, believe it or not, I still do a lot of times. I'll just eat half the sandwich and I'll eat the other half later. Sometimes I'll eat it the next day, as that's a meal, like a half a sandwich. So you're just trying to eat something just to be content. Some people still have it in their head that you have to get full. You don't have to get full. You just need something that's just gonna tide you over for, a few hours until, next time. So almonds was always my friend. I love raw almonds. Eat those with a banana, because I think of banana bread. I don't know that when you put them together, that is what you would put in banana bread. So I love eating almonds with banana, and I like eating them together, and coffee. I also, and you know what, I'll have to remember that, because I don't have that on my list. So get that, and then I would do the meal replacement shake. I'm not really on that page right now. I need to move and really get my head straight on that before I can get into that kind of routine, because some things are packed up in my house, and I don't want to have to open a box and find this and find that. I've got stuff in there that's packed. So anyway, right now I'm just starting out with the trampoline. I have used those bands also. So I've used them on my arms just once. And then I've been using them on my legs when I sit at the desk. So I put them around my ankle, and then I stretch my legs out. So I do that when I'm sitting there working, and it gets to a point you don't even realize you're doing it necessarily, but it's just something for me to do. So I have been doing that. But anyway, you guys, I will check back in with you, because I'll just keep rambling. Anyway, you guys take care. Have a great day.